Hey fellow stitchers, Kat who plays with yarn here, and it's time for an update. So if you've noticed, the spelling of my name to my channel has changed from a C to a K, so Kat spelled with K-A-T. Um, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I'm also going to be changing the whole name. My friend from Angela Crochet's Art, Angela, is helping me come up with a name, a whole different name. I really want you guys to be able to find my channel easier. So stay tuned to that. I also would like to thank Mary from Mary Chit-Chats for all the amazing shout outs and all the advice, and just you're amazing, girl, and I love you, and I just want to say thank you for helping me get my channel started. So it's been a week, friends. So the 4th of July came and went. Carrie's death anniversary, her first death anniversary, came and went. And my swamp cooler came and went. Bye. No, swamp cooler is the way we cool our house. It's not it's kind of like an AC unit, but it only works in dry climates. Now I live in Colorado, but I live out in the Eastern Plains, so it's pretty dry out here most of the time. So what a swamp cooler does is it's a unit that wets pads, and it takes the hot air, pulls it through the wet pads, cooling it, and then pushes it in the house. And on the other side of the house, you have a window open, and you essentially you're pushing all that air through the house. You're switching the hot air from inside the house to the cool air, and it just kind of circulates through the house. It's the cheapest way to kind of cool a house, to be honest with everyone. And so when our swamp cooler went out right before the 4th of July, and I had my family coming up and a newborn. Well, I call her newborn, but she's like a month old now. She's so beautiful. Um, so I definitely wanted to make sure that everyone had a cool place. So that meant a trip to the big town. Now, the bigger town. I guess the big town would be Denver. The bigger town would be Greeley. So I drove over to Greeley, where they have Lowe's and Home Depot, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Ross, Target, Walmart. There's more than one Walmart. So I had to go into town to purchase a new swamp cooler. Now, I found an amazing deal, friends. Like, swamp coolers are like $500, $600, okay? And I found this absolutely amazing deal, an instant rebate, and I got this swamp cooler for a steal. Like, I got the swamp cooler less than the replacement pads for the swamp cooler is. Let's just put it that way. I like a bargain. I like to bargain shop. I don't like to do it in a hurry, but it was awesome. And because I saved so much money, I decided to go to the stores, the hobby stores. So I went to every single place that had yarn in Greeley. So I went to the 2 Walmarts, the Michaels, the Hobby Lobby, and the Target. And I was looking only for clearance yarn because, I just had to buy a swamp cooler. But also my friend's birthday, Angela from Angela Crochet's Art, her birthday was coming up, and who wouldn't want yarn? So I picked up a couple of things. Now, I don't have all my stuff here. I did give Angela her birthday present. So if you want to see what else I got, go ahead and jump over to Angela's channel, Angela Crochet's Art, or Angela Crochet's Art, and see what I picked up. But this is the other stuff that I picked up for me, and my daughter actually picked something out. So I picked up this Baby Bee Sweet Delight. I picked up 2 of these. Now, I make hats. I'm making hats. I need to clarify. I'm making hats for around our town of Brush, for the homeless shelter, uh, for the homeless shelters, for the churches. We have 3 churches that I know of that have little help boxes, so they have scarves and hats and blankets for people in need. I also do it. I'm trying to get together with 2 of the nursing homes to help see if I can go in and help the elderly, or help hold a crochet thing with the elderly, and the products that we make there go to the facility for the elderly who need hats or scarves, or when they go out for their adventures at the home. So this is something I'm just starting, so I'm in the process of getting enough hats and the paperwork and the presentations, because I have to present it to boards, every board. There's currently 4 different boards I'd have to present. So I definitely want to make sure I got all that into gear. So I'm trying to get different varieties of yarn and to crochet a ton of different hats and varieties and scarves for this program, just to go ahead and give it to them before winter so they're preparing. So that's what most of this yarn is for. So I also picked up some of this alpaca of the, sorry friends, this alpaca, Andy's alpaca. I got 2 of this Moonlight Mesa and 2 of this Tuscany. Again, they'll probably be hats. And then my daughter picked up this. I know it's pink, but when the girl wants, the girl gets. But it's called Forever Style Plush. And it is so soft. Like, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but like, it takes a while for it to come back. So it's like, oh, I wish it wasn't pink. I would keep it for myself. But my daughter's requested a pillowcase, to make a pillowcase out of this so it can go over her pillow. And I thought that was awesome. So I said, of course. Well, the 4th was going on. My family came up, like I said, and I showed off some of my work to my family. And my mom had requested something for football season, because she loves football. Like, I'm not, whatever. But she loves to follow college football, and we are all fans of the Kansas Wildcats. Go Wildcats! We love their pep band. We love listening to their music. We love college football because, they don't play for money, so it's just a little better quality. They're not in it for the money, kind of, per se. So my mom requested a scarf be made out of, just like that stole I made that I'm going to enter in the fair. But she wanted a different edging on the edge of the scarf, and then she wanted fringe. So I whipped this out. It's pretty big. I mean, I did add to the length on it because it needed to be longer, because it was a scarf and not a stole. So I whipped that out in a couple days. And then the fair is coming up, so I'm trying to get all my projects done for the fair. So I'm trying to do a baby blanket, and again, it's pink, but there is purple in it, so it helps a little bit. So I'm making a baby blanket for my sister's baby, but I'm going to enter it in the fair first. But this is Fiber Spiders Pattern Fillet Which Way, so you can like tell it's kind of getting mixed up, and or the which ways it changes. There's 4 triangles and it changes directions. So I'm using the mandala color Wood Nymph, and this was a gift from Angela for taking her boys to swimming lessons this summer. So this was made out of that leftover Hobie cookie yarn that I made the stole out of. Alright, and then here's my drama, because it's still going on. And I'm trying not to let it get me down, but I'm just accepting the facts that this is probably never going to get done for the fair. So, whatever. My intentions was to make this and put it in the fair. It's a throw blanket, and I was using, I wish I could find the tag, but it's Feels Like Butter. And it's called Dusty Blue. I think it's by Lion Brand. I'm not quite sure, but it's called Feels Like Butter. It's from Michaels, and the color's called Dusty Blue. But I'm doing this leaf pattern, and I was trying to do, like I said, a throw blanket. So it's beautiful, but I ran out of yarn. So I went online to Michael's website and I ordered the yarn because it was on sale. Michael's was having an awesome sale, so it was $7 a hank or a skein. When you order online, you have to buy a minimum of 3. So I was like, great, mail it to my house. I don't have to go to Greeley. And this is before I went to Greeley for my whole shopping trip. Keep that in mind. Otherwise, I would have picked it up when I went to went to Greeley to get the swamp cooler. So I get an email saying that my order was confirmed and that it's ready for pickup at the store. And like I said, I had ordered it to come to my house because I hardly ever get out to that town. If I go, it's got to be more than just for yarn. Anyways, so I called the number and I told them that, hey, I thought I said that for this to be shipped to my house. I don't plan to go to the store. Is there any way I could change it? And they're like, oh, but that was sent to you by mistake. It is being sent to your house. Just ignore the email. And I'm like, great, awesome, great customer service. And I go on with my day. I go on with, I had to deal with the swamp cooler drama, and then the 4th, and then I was like, oh, I should be getting some yarn here really soon. So I went and popped on my email, and I had Michaels had emailed me, and my order had got canceled. Yeah, I was very frustrated, just because I had just gone to Greeley. Like, I just went there. I could have picked it up, but I was like, no, it's coming in the mail. Yeah. So, long story short is I haven't gone back online to order it yet. I'm very frustrated that it got canceled because when I got that email, I called that number again, and they had said that when I called previously about the email mistake, that the lady had canceled the order by mistake, and that they will go ahead and put the order through. They already had all my information and the way I paid, and I was like, no, I don't think so. I don't want to do that again. And plus now they're out of stock online, so I have to go to the store. So whatever. Guess it won't go into the fair. It'll just be a project for later. And let's see. The message that I want to leave you guys with is my bookmark that I found from the library. And I'll go ahead. A simple act of kindness can make tremendous impact on a person's life. Sorry. And that's very true. The gentleman who helped me with my swamp cooler, he didn't know the torment that I had gone through that night, and he was incredibly kind to me. Whether I was loud and nervous and scared that this rebate wasn't going to go through, he was tremendously kind, and I ended up in tears and extremely happy, and I hugged a complete stranger. And he's like, I needed that hug. So, again, be the kindness that you want to see in the world. Don't wait for it to happen. Because once you put it out there, it will come back tenfold. I honestly believe that. So go on out there, smile, be kind, and till next time, I am working on a poem. From my previous 2 videos, I didn't realize how much crocheting kind of saved my life. So I feel kind of this urge to write a poem or something about crocheting. and how it saved me. So that's coming. Don't rush it. Art takes time. So till next time, fellow stitchers, keep being kind.